Hey y'all, so today I'm going to talk about season 2 of On My Block. First of all, I just want to say if you haven't seen season 1 or season 2, it probably isn't a great idea to watch this video because there will be spoilers. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible and just give my honest review. So I will say I preferred season 1 as opposed to season 2. I think season 1 was flawless. The ending was like a huge gut punch, and I think we all kind of knew, even though they made us wait like a year, we kind of knew that Ruby was not gonna die. Like, there was no way they could kill Ruby. So at the start of season 2, they pretty much revealed to us that Ruby survived and Olivia unfortunately passed away due to Latrell shooting them at Olivia's quinceañera. So I think this season was, the main focuses of this season were Ruby dealing with his PTSD from the shooting. You have Caesar, who's pretty much homeless because Spooky, threw him away, because it's kind of all Caesar's fault because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. As far as killing Latrell, and then he kind of lied about it, so that just put Spooky in a really bad position. So he had to pretty much tell Caesar, I'm not going to hurt you, but stay the F away from me. And Jamal is trying to figure out what to do with this Roller World money, how to clean it, and just what they're going to do in general. And Monse dealing with her mom, dealing with her relationship with Caesar. And it was just a really emotional season. As far as Ruby and his PTSD, I think that was really sad. Like, at a lot of moments, they were like super intense. Especially between him and Caesar, because at first Caesar was kind of like not welcome around, because like what happened kind of was his fault. And Ruby had some, like, the actor who played Ruby did a really excellent job. He had some really intense scenes, and they pretty much made me cry with him. As far as Caesar's plotline, it pretty much made sense. It was literally just Caesar bouncing around from place to place, trying to figure out how to make up for what he did. The storyline that kind of also got to me emotionally was Monse's storyline, when she found out the real reason why her mom left. And so basically Monse went off to stay with her mom. Her mom has a new family, new husband, new kids. And pretty much Monse came to the realization that the real reason that her mom left was because Monse was black, half whatever the mom is, some sort of Spanish, but phenotypically Monse looked more black, and that was a problem for the mom and a problem for her family. They just weren't very accepting of that, and Monse came to that realization. The mom tried to deny it, even say that Monse's dad was abusive and that's the reason why she left. And basically Monse found out her mom was trash, so that was also pretty sad and pretty heartbreaking. Then, okay, I love Jamal's relationship with Ruby's grandma, Ruby's abuela. I think that relationship is mad funny. It added a lot of the, like, comedic relief. Jamal's he's like excellent comedic relief in this show. I think he's the main comedic star, but the other characters kind of feed off his comedic energy sometimes. And I think that was great this season. Okay, so let me just explain what I felt about the ending. So at the ending, the season finale, basically Spooky and Caesar come up with a plan to help fix everything. So the Santos had apparently robbed a bank, but the money that they stole from the bank, all the bills were marked. So basically what Caesar does and Spooky, they trick the Prophets into thinking that they're giving them the Roller World money to basically buy everyone's safety and to end everything. The Prophets think they're getting the Roller World money, which they already cleaned, but they're actually giving them the marked bills that the Santos stole, and it works. So basically the Prophets get caught up by using these marked bills. They get caught, they all get arrested, including Latrell, and it's all over and everyone's safe. But Spooky decides he's going to keep the Roller World money, so it all works out. However, Monse basically finds out that while she was away with her mom, Caesar slept with another girl and while they were on a break, and she was really mad about it. And it seems like at the end of the season, her anger about it is going to bleed over into next season. But I ultimately think that her and Caesar are going to work it out if she doesn't decide to go to this boarding school that her dad is sending her to. So at the end, they're all like, so Caesar's still begging for her forgiveness. They're all walking together. Monse is complaining. Of course, she's the girl of the group, so that's kind of like her role in the group. She's complaining. She's going off, talking about the group basically and their friendship. She wants Ruby and Jamal to choose her over Caesar. Caesar wants to be forgiven. So Monse is storming off, going off on them, and she walks a little bit ahead of them. And as she walks ahead, Ruby, Caesar, and Jamal, they get kidnapped and thrown into the back of a van. Monse turns around and they're not there, and then basically the season ends with Monse getting kidnapped and thrown into the back of the same van. And the big question is, who kidnapped them? A lot of people will probably say, oh, I guess it has something to do with the prophets. Like, some of them didn't get arrested and they want their revenge for the whole Mark Bill plot. I honestly don't know if it's the prophets. I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with Lil Ricky, the roll money guys, or Chivo, the little garden gnome guy. I don't know. I just think the prophets being who kidnapped them would be like way too obvious. So I think we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out next season. I think Spooky is gonna be the only person who can rescue them. So he's gonna have to come to the rescue in the first few episodes. So this season kind of ended off on a cliffhanger, the same as last season. However, I just think that it was kind of, it was okay. It wasn't the best ending. I think actually, I really didn't like it that much. I loved last season so much. It was still good, but it just wasn't as great. However, I still recommend you keep watching it. I think season 3 is going to be awesome as well. And I just love the show. I love the charisma all the characters have together. I think they all work great. I think it's it's beautifully shot. It's a beautiful show. The music's great. I feel like, I'm not from LA. I'm from Louisiana, which technically that's LA. But so I just think, from my perception of what like real life in South Central LA would be like, I think it's pretty spot on from what it looks like. And I don't know, I just love the show. And I think hopefully season 2 will be back on par with, hopefully season 3 will be back on par with season 1. And hopefully Monse stops being mad at Caesar all the time and gets over and stops complaining all the time. And yeah, another funny thing I forgot to mention was the plot line with Ruby's brother having the white girl that was pregnant, and the mom was kind of upset about it, which that was kind of messed up. But the baby turned out to not even be his, so that was a comedic point throughout the whole season. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, overall season 2 was good. I give season 1 an A++, and season 2 gets like a B-. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave a comment below. Thanks, bye!